Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this update is about Sister's Wife, and the series is going to be ending in few days time on Zeeworld. And I thought to bring the season finale for you guys so that you guys will know and would see how the season on Zeeworld actually is going to end. The show is going to continue on ZTV, but Zeeworld is going to end their own, and this is how they are going to end it. So let's start. Let me start from where Kainat decided to kidnap Gazal with her pregnancy. We all know that Kainat is not happy with Gazal being in the house, and Kainat is looking for a way to get rid of both Gazal and her unborn baby. So Kainat kidnapped Gazal and took Gazal to an uncompleted building. The entire family begins to look for Gazal, and they begins to pray that nothing should happen to our unborn baby, because that baby belongs to Haider, right? So they begins to look for Gazal, and yet Kainat refused to tell everyone that she is responsible for kidnapping Gazal. So in the process, Gazal was able to get a phone, and she called Dua and told Dua about her location. So Dua, Kainat and Haider decided to go to the location, even though Kainat knows that she was the one that kept Gazal in that location, but she didn't want the family members to find out that Gazal is there. So Haider and Kainat got to the uncompleted building, and Gazal peeped and she saw them, and she was so scared, seeing Kainat. So after thorough investigation, so Dua was able to find out that it was Kainat that actually kept Gazal in that uncompleted building. So in the process of everyone finding out that Kainat was the one that kidnapped Gazal, Kainat decided to kukuma come out, and she pointed a gun at Gazal, saying that she is going to kill Gazal because she doesn't want Gazal to give birth to that baby that is in her womb, because Gazal is not a good person. So Dua, who doesn't want anything to happen to Gazal and her unborn baby, decided to come in front of the gun and tells Kainat that if Kainat is going to shoot Gazal, then Kainat is going to shoot her, Dua, first. And Kainat says no problem. After begging Dua to leave several times, Kainat decided to shoot Dua, and immediately the gunshot was heard. At home, Dua's mother, Amida, felt like something has happened to Dua, and she shouted Dua. And they later showed that the gunshot did not actually meet Dua, because Haider was able to, hold Kainat's hand at the right time, and Ruan was able to collect the gun from Kainat's hand. In a nutshell, Dua was safe, Gazal was safe, and everybody came back to the house. So on getting back to the house, they decided to tell the family members that it was Kainat that kidnapped Gazal, and she even tried to shoot Dua. So everyone begins to slap Kainat. Amida slapped her, and then I think Dua too slapped her. So in a nutshell, they actually asked Kainat to apologize to Dua for trying to shoot Dua. But Kainat is very stubborn, so she said she is not going to apologize to Dua. So Dua said if Kainat is not going to apologize to her, then Kainat should pack her load and leave the Actor mansion, because she is married now, so she should go to Amida's house, which is her husband's house. So Amida agreed with Dua that Kainat should come to her house, and Afis is married to Kainat already and they have a child, so Kainat is supposed to be living with Amida and Afis. So Amida decided to take Kainat back home. So Haider decided to go and drop them at home, and Ruhan decided to follow them. So which means Haider, Ruhan, Kainat and Amida with the baby Subhan decided to leave the Actor mansion. So they left. So after leaving, they met with an accident, and at the Actor mansion, Grandma was shocked after seeing the family photo frame fell down from the wall and it broke. So Grandma became scared, and she was panicking. So as Grandma was panicking, Ina received a call from an anonymous person, and the person sounded like a man. And the person tells Ina that Haider and others that were in the car going to Amida's house, they had an accident, and the entire family member got scared, and they started calling the people that were in the car, but nobody was picking the call. So the accident scene was shown, and fortunately, everybody in the car were safe. Haider was safe, Ruhan was safe, Amida was safe, Kainat was safe, and the little Subhan, the little baby, was saved as well. So as everybody were safe, then who now called to inform them about the accident? You guessed right. It was actually Gazal. Gazal was the one that called about the accident, even though she didn't know any accident happened. She only used that trick because half of the family members has gone out of the house. So she wants the rest of the family members to go out of the house too, so that she can be able to kill Dua that was actually sleeping in the room upstairs. So as she thought of killing Dua like that, and she has already told Ina, she called Ina on phone pretending to be someone, telling Ina about the accident. So Ina and Gulnaz and Noor, they decided to go and check the hospital to go and look for their family members who just got into an accident. So after they left, remaining Grandma and Dua, who was sleeping upstairs at home. So Grandma was downstairs praying for the safety of her family members, and Dua was actually upstairs sleeping. So Gazal decided to go to Dua's room. Immediately Dua saw Gazal. Dua was like, "What are you doing here?" And Gazal decided to strangle Dua with a rope on her hand. So as Gazal was strangling Dua, Gazal actually had a flashback, and it was actually Gazal's imagination. So Gazal wanted to kill Dua, but then she didn't want to kill Dua just like that, because she and Dua and Grandma were the only one at home. So everybody will definitely suspect that she was the one that killed Dua. So she decided to plot another plan, which is to tie that rope. Instead of using that rope to strangle Dua to death, she decided to tie the rope on the staircase and then now pretend that she is in pain and call Dua to come and rescue her. So as Dua is coming, like maybe coming or going upstairs, then Dua is going to fall because of the rope, and then Dua is going to probably die, or maybe her baby is going to die. So immediately Gazal finished tying the rope, Gazal actually called Dua on the phone and pretend that she was in pain, and Dua says she's coming. So Dua was rushing upstairs to go and meet Gazal, and immediately Dua got to the rope. She didn't see the rope, but then she stopped, and she thought like, oh, why is the whole house silent? Like, where are all the family members? So she turned back to go and look for the family members, because how can Gazal be in pain and everybody were at home? She was sleeping earlier. So why did anybody not attend to Gazal that was in pain? So she went back to look for the family members. So Dua couldn't find any of the family members at home, and then she received a call from Gazal again. Gazal shouting that she is in pain, Dua should come upstairs fast. So Dua decided to rush upstairs to go and meet Gazal, and boom, Gazal heard Dua scream, and Gazal begins to rejoice, and she became happy that now Dua has fallen down because of the trap that she set for her. But unfortunately for Gazal, Dua did not fall down. As Dua was going upstairs, a flashback was shown that as Dua was going upstairs, instead of Dua to fall from that rope, then Dua's dupatta got caught on the staircase, and Dua was trying to remove the dupatta. But because Gazal was too happy to see Dua in pain, Gazal rushed out of the room, and she was running downstairs to go and see Dua lying on the floor. But unfortunately for Gazal, there was water on the floor, and boom, Gazal slipped from the water that was on the floor, and then she fell down with her stomach on the floor. And Dua was shocked to see Gazal lying down on the floor on the staircase. So Dua rushed to Gazal, and Dua was able to see the rope that was on the staircase. And Dua figured out that, oh, so Gazal wanted to harm her, but then she fell into her own trap. So because Gazal fell with her stomach lying on the floor, I think she now went into labor and she started screaming. So nobody was at home. So Dua decided to take it upon herself, and she took Gazal to the car with great difficulty, of course, but Dua is a good person. So she was able to take Gazal to the car, and she was driving Gazal to the hospital. Even though Dua was also feeling pain, because I think she was also due for delivery, but she was only concerned for Gazal at that moment. And they were going to the hospital. Dua tried to call Haider to try to call Dua. A lot happened on the road. There was riots. They didn't allow them to move forward. And at the end of the day, Gazal gave birth in the car with the help of Dua. So it was Dua that took the delivery for Gazal, and Gazal gave birth to a bouncing baby girl. And immediately Gazal was able to give birth, and she regained her strength. Dua was outside the car, and she was looking for a way where they can get to the hospital quickly. Yes, Gazal has given birth, but she still needs medical care, right? And Dua was also in pain as well. So as Dua was outside the car, Gazal still tried to kill Dua by carrying a stone to hit it on Dua's head. But unfortunately for her, the family members got there. Ada now held Gazal's hand and stopped Gazal from eating Dua's head with a stone after delivering her baby, after rescuing her and her baby. Like, even though the baby too was actually holding Gazal's dupatta, but Gazal was telling the baby that nah, she have to kill Dua. Anyways, the family members now took both Gazal, the newborn baby, and Dua that was already, in labor as well. They took all of them to the hospital, and Dua actually went to the labor room because her due date was yet to. So, in the process of Dua giving birth in the ward, so Ada got angry because of what Gazal did in the presence of every one of them. So by trying to eat Dua with a stone on her head. So Ada got angry and he tried to like strangle Gazal at the hospital. He didn't even think that she just gave birth to a baby. So, but then everyone stopped Ada from killing or strangling Gazal at the hospital. So finally, Dua also gave birth to a baby girl. And the family members actually went to the world to see Dua. And this is Dua and her baby girl. So Dua actually named Gazal's daughter Ibadat. And the family named Dua's daughter Manat. So after all the formalities and everything, Dua was actually resting in the ward that she gave birth, and the family members were not there because she was actually sleeping. And by that time, Gazal went and changed into a nurse's clothes at the hospital, and she went to the ward where Dua and the two babies were sleeping. And Gazal decided to, kidnap the two babies. So Gazal took the two babies and then she went up a cliff. To cut the long story short, Gazal Shah told the family members because everyone also came there to like rescue the children. So Gazal now gave them the option that Dua should actually jump from the cliff. If Dua can jump from the cliff and kill herself, then Gazal is going to actually not do anything with the babies. As they were dragging this, Ruan came from behind and collected one of the babies from Gazal. And that baby that Ruan collected from Gazal was presumed to be Manat, that is Dua's baby. And Gazal was holding the other baby, that is Gazal's baby, which is Ibadat. So they wanted to collect the second baby too from Gazal. So in order to do this, Ada moved close to Gazal and pet her and made her feel like Ada want her or Ada love her and stuff like that. But it was a trick, and at the end of the day, Ada was able to snatch the other baby from Gazal, and Ada gave the baby to Dua. So Gazal, seeing that they tricked her, and now she is not going to get both her baby and Ada's love. So Gazal decided to jump down from the cliff, and Gazal actually pulled Ada along with her, and that was how Ada and Gazal jumped down from the cliff, and they died. Meanwhile, don't forget that one baby is with Ruhan and the other baby is with Dua. So they were able to rescue the children, but Gazal pulled Ada and died with Ada on the cliff. So Dua was shocked seeing her husband falling down the cliff with Gazal, and Dua had a flashback of all their sweet memories, all her sweet memories with Ada, and Dua cried bitterly. And this is where Zeeworld is going to end Sister's Wife. But the show still continues on ZTV. And what happened after Ada and Gazal died on the cliff, what happened after that is that the show took a 22 years leap, where the story is now going to be a generational leap, where the story is now going to talk about Dua's baby, Manat, and Gazal's baby, Ibadat, in which Ibadat, which is Gazal's daughter, is now going to be the good person, and Manat, that is supposed to be Dua's daughter, is now going to be the villain, the bad person in that second season. Oh my god. But you guys, you know what is actually strange about that second season that Zeeworld is going to bring maybe next year? What is strange about it is now that Manat and Ibadat, that are two children of Ada, are now going to be fighting to marry Subhan, that is Kainat's son. Like, they are family, so why are they fighting to marry a family member? Is that how they do in India? Like, I don't understand. Subhan is actually Kainat's son. So why is Ibadat and Manat fighting to marry their own, like, is that cousin or niece? Like, I don't get. But anyways, I'll be bringing the story for you guys. Since Zeeworld is going to end it, there won't be any rush, and I'll be bringing the story to you guys. And another thing about the story is that a lot of actors and actresses in this season are going to quit the show, and you'll be seeing new faces playing Dua, playing Kainat, playing the role of Ruhan and others. Like, a lot of new faces will be the one playing, because a lot of all these actors and actresses that we saw in this season, they are going to quit the show. It was because Ada also quit the show. That was why the story went like, oh, Ada died. So Ada actually quit the show. Dua actually quit the show. A lot of people actually went away from the show, and now we are going to be seeing new faces, but with the same name. Alright guys, this video is so long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to drop a comment. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.